My name is Melissa Aguilar. I'm an intercountry case manager with ISS, and I've been working with ISS for about a year and a half or so now.
My name is Patty Hernandez. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Florida. I'm an independent contractor with International Social Services, and I began working with ISS right in the middle of the pandemic in 2020.
Yeah, so my first time working with Patty was because we had a bilingual case. And within my coworkers, I was like, I need a bilingual individual licensed social worker in Florida. And so one of my coworkers was like, oh, there's Patty. And in my experience, just working with Patty has just been very delightful. I mean, she always asks questions, which is great because it's something that like it prepares us to be like, okay, let me see exactly what is needed for this case. So it's a case by case basis, but Patty's just always been a great asset, obviously, to ISS, and it's been a delight working with her.
Well, working with the ISS has been quite a really good experience and interesting because I work with different case managers, and every case manager is different in regards to how much information they give and what kind of background. So, like Melissa says, sometimes I just get the case report where I get like a little disclaimer, hey, challenging case coming up, or hey, this is going to be a little bit different. Here's the case notes.
Individuals that come into the system or it may be difficult for them, and so we really I that's another reason I really appreciated and I thought automatically of Patty was because I'm like, okay, I understand that there's kind of a little bit of a complexity with the parent and his feelings and emotions, and so I just was like, thinking about what it's going to take for the family to really feel comfortable is when I was like, okay, I know the perfect social worker for this.
Sometimes like Melissa and I would just jump on the phone right quick because we were just relaying back and forth information because it wasn't just me and the family. There's also the social services office where it was originating in the state that the challenge was arising, and there were so many people involved in this case, and everybody was talking differently, and the participant, the family, was just so frustrated by this point. But he was really kind because when I would get on the phone, I would allow him to express his frustration. He at first was just not very talkative and then just slowly started just asking just a lot of random questions. And then eventually that interview turned into 5 hours, my longest interview ever, because I couldn't get him to stop. This position is definitely for someone who's independent, curious, and willing to ask a lot of questions. Somebody who is dependent or needs handholding, this job is not for them because it's not. I think case managers give us enough information. They're like, "Go, you got it. You can figure it out." But like Melissa said, every case is situation, and a lot of times we have to think on our feet.
I think for one, is that you're going to learn with every case. Like every case is definitely different. Not one case is the same. And as an independent contractor for ISS, you are kind of in the front lines. No one, as Patty said, no one's hand holding. Like you really go out there and do the work. And so it's important to just kind of try to feel comfortable in that space. And like Patty said, just know always safety. That's always our first thing for social workers. But also that the work is I feel like it is very rewarding.